What's going on, boys? If you could run a business, I promise you getting in shape is the easiest thing that you would ever come across, all right? And if you're wondering why should I listen to you, you're a little Filipino kid, all right, I got you, man. This is me before. I used to be fat, out of shape. I had that belly and I also had those small arms with that fat, bloated face. And, during that time, I was running my car detailing business and I was able to get in shape to how I look like right now. Okay. And now I don't run my car detailing business anymore. I do online fitness coaching. If you want to just get straight to the sauce, you could book a call with me down below. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about these three things and how it could relate to, running your own business, which is mindset, figuring out what actually works, and tracking. With business, you do a lot of tracking. So I'm going to show you exactly how that can relate to fitness. Number one thing is mindset, right? And if you're wondering, like, what is this picture? It's a number nine. Is it a number six? So this picture right here, there's a number six or a number nine, and there's a guy on the bottom. He's saying, "Yo, bro, it's a number six. I promise you, man, it's a number six." The guy on the top, he's saying, "You're wrong, man. It's a number nine." At the end of the day, they were both right. So what I'm trying to get out of here is that the mindset is what matters the most, right? As a man, oh, why is it like that? As a man thinketh he is, right? So the things that you think about every single day, it's completely true. And you know this because you run a business yourself. You're an entrepreneur yourself, right? So as a man thinketh he is. So if in your head you're always thinking that, whoa, if in your head you're always thinking, getting in shape is hard. If you think getting in shape is hard, it's gonna be fucking hard, okay? If you think I can't lose weight, if you think you can't lose fucking weight, you're never going to lose weight, okay? Just like how if you get into a business model thinking this is gonna be hard, I can't, I can't achieve in this, I'm not capable of it. You're not gonna fucking win, all right? So why do you have the mindset of I can't lose weight, I can't build muscle, it's gonna be really hard for me because I'm a little bit too busy with work? What the fuck kind of mindset is that? All right, my bad. I just don't want to swear too much. But what type of mindset is that? So you have to start changing the way that you think and look at fitness. All right, you gotta start having the mindset of instead of getting in shape is hard. You just gotta think if others can do it, why can't I? If others can get in shape just like me, why can't you get in shape? Have that mindset, and also have the mindset of I, getting in shape is simple and I can do it. If you just have the mindset of, that you can get in shape and it's simple, then you'll find out each and every way, you know, in order to get to that goal. And another thing about mindset is having having a big understanding of your why, right? If you understand your why, it's gonna be so much easier for you, right? Just like with business, if you have a deep understanding of your why and why you're doing it, it's easier to succeed, right? A lot of people, they get in business because they want the freedom. They don't want to, clock in with a boss and have other people tell them what to do. So figure out why you want to get in shape, right? So is it because you want to get in shape because you want to be more confident, right? You might want to get in shape because you want to be more confident, or you just want to be the best version of yourself, right? You don't only want to succeed in, financial freedom, but you also want to achieve freedom within your physique and how you feel about yourself, right? A lot of people have these cool stuff, like materialistic stuff, like these Lambos, watches, and all of these things, but they're fat, right? Getting in shape is the one thing that you cannot buy. And you know that. It's not like you could just spend $1,000, $100,000 to get in shape. You actually have to put in the work. So maybe you just want to be the best version of yourself. Or you want to be a good role model for your kids and family, right? Because if your family sees you getting in shape and they see you excelling not only in business but also within your health, they'll be able to pick up on that and you'll be able to be a better role model for them. Right? So figure out your why. And whenever you feel like giving up, you feel like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Oh, it's hard to get in shape. Think about your why, right? Oh, I want to be more confident. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be a role model for my kids and family. So why would I give up? I'm not gonna give up, right? So number one thing is, figure out your mindset, fix your mindset, understand that you're capable of it and that it's not that hard. And figuring out your why, because as a man who has a why can bear almost anyhow. Oh, how do I get in shape? Just think about your why, right? Second thing is figuring out what actually works, right? And how can this relate to fitness? Because like in business, there's a lot of business models, right? There's SMMA, there's clothing brands, there's drop shipping, there's info product, right? I'm in the info product business because I do online fitness coaching. I do it online. People sell courses. I don't sell any courses, by the way, but there's different business models. Oh, and there's also crypto, right? So there's all of these business models, right? And if you take a look at it, people are going to be like, oh, which one works? At the end of the day, all of these fucking business models, they all work. And you know that. You might know someone that's, doing good in crypto, someone doing good in courses, someone doing good in clothing brand. So it's not about figuring out what works, right? Because they all fucking work. It's figuring out which one that you're willing to stick to, right? So for example, if you like clothes, you love fashion, maybe you might start doing a clothing brand or start a clothing brand. Maybe you don't want to show your face or anything and you just want to sell products online that get drop shipped from China. Maybe you want to do drop shipping, right? And the reason why I brought that up is because this can relate exactly to fitness, right? Because there's all of these fucking diet plans. There's the keto diet. If you do keto, you'll lose weight. If you do vegan, you'll lose weight. I don't know how to say this. All right, my fault. There's intermittent fasting, there's weight loss, and there's all of these diets. There's carnivore diet and all of these things. At the end of the day, you have to understand that they all fucking work. All of these diet plan works. All of these diet plans work. There you go. My English is kind of fucking up. Oh, there's different workout plans now, right? There's the bro split. There's push pull legs. There's upper lower. Right? There's upper lower. There's full body. Right? So which you're probably thinking like, yo, a lot of these fitness influencers or these scientific gym people try to tell me that bro split is better, push pull legs is better. But at the end of the day, all of these fucking workout plans work. So if you're trying to choose one, you're trying to choose a diet plan or a workout plan, figure out what fits within your lifestyle. If you don't have much time, maybe full body and upper lower is a better workout plan for you because you could fit that within a 4-day, workout plan or a 3-day workout plan. Maybe you love fucking going to the gym. Maybe push pull legs might be better for you and go to the gym 6 days out of the week. They all work, all right? There's no perfect split. You have to choose a split that you can stick to for the long run, okay? And with these diet plans, right? There's all of these diet plans. People say, no, carnivore is better, no, keto is better. Tell them to shut up. All of it works. What I like to do is what's called macro manipulation. Macro manipulation. There's a lot of videos on my YouTube, check it out, about talking about macro manipulation, but in just a simple way to put it, it's tracking my calories so I could eat whatever I want. I don't limit myself to only whole foods. I was actually able to make this transformation eating whatever the fuck I want because I understood calories in and calories out, and I just managed my protein, fats, and carbs in order to fit within the foods that I love, right? So if I want to eat some Raising Cane's some days, I'll eat some Raising Cane's, right? So figuring out what works. I would say my diet plan is like the best probably because you could eat whatever you want. But if you want to be like Santa Cruz or whatever and you just want to eat whole foods, go ahead, okay? Eat that. But just figure out a diet plan that works for you, okay? Because all the people that does keto, yes, they might lose some weight, but deep down, they gain it all back because it wasn't sustainable for the long run, okay? So figuring out what works, all of it works, all right? All of it works. Last but not least is tracking, right? You're running your business, you're tracking all your KPIs, how much outreach you're doing, how much, qualified ICP people freaking actually followed you. You're tracking all of these things, but you're not tracking your fitness. Why the fuck would you do that? Why wouldn't you track your fitness, right? So there's actually these two apps that I use to track. It's called a Strong app for workouts and MyFitnessPal for calories, right? So um, I use the Strong app to make sure that I progressively overload each week, right? So in order to build muscle, you need to do what's called progressive overload, right? And I use the Strong app to, track my analytics, right? So if one week I did 135 pounds for 8 reps, right? The next week I'm gonna try 140 pounds, maybe for 6 reps. Or I could do 135 pounds for 10 reps, right? Anything that's going to improve either your sets, reps, or your weight, you're putting on more muscle. And how do you know that you're actually losing weight and maybe you want to gain weight? Just use this app. It's called MyFitnessPal. It will help you track your calories to make sure that you're eating on that calorie deficit or your calorie maintenance, however much calories you want to eat, and just track your calories. Okay, just track it. All right. And if this video helped you guys out, feel free to book a call with me down below and I'll reach out to you. Or, we could hop on a call, talk about how exactly I can help you lose 20 plus pounds in 90 days or less. And if you guys also want, there's a nice guide down below also that I'll leave in the description. Other than that, boys, looking forward to speak with you guys, my fellow entrepreneurs just like me. And I could definitely help you guys out, man. You guys have a good one. Peace out.